Question 609. Douglas Adams was concerned about the loss of biodiversity on our planet. Do you think biodiversity is important? Why?
What's biodiversity about again?
The multitude of life.
The diversity of bio.
Diversity of bio.
So.
Yeah.
Different biological washing powders.
Is it to do with life?
Paul, it's the diversity of life. It's having.
Don't talk, Dave. Don't talk to me about life.
I'm never leaving my blanket again.
Yeah. You thought your joke before we went on air was going to be the worst of the day, Badger.
I must have missed that because my laptop was being a douche. I feel left out.
Manda.
Kind of a stupid question to ask me. I mean, really.
I think it's an important. It's not necessarily. I have not seen that good an argument to justify it. I've seen lots of people that are very friendly, that are very not. It's not that it's necessarily a good thing.
Technically, I mean, it's not so much about biodiversity; it's about keeping the
genetic pool.
The ecosystem the way it is now, and being able to have everything interact. Biodiversity is important for the fact that so many things rely on so many different things. You know what I mean?
But surely other things would evolve to fill those niches in a given time.
Yeah.
That is the thing that happens when one species leaves an ecosystem or is killed off or whatever. It is possible for another species to fill that, but a lot of the times it doesn't, and it fucks up that ecosystem. So, and plus it takes time. It doesn't just automatically step in that way. That's not how it works. So,
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, biodiversity is fucking important.
Ike says, go on.
I'll just say, all I'm going to say on this, I'm going with the scientist on this one, okay?
Which one?
What the fuck, Dave?
The one I'm way too fucking afraid to argue with, which is Manda.
Ike says, absolutely. We need more scene and species banks. More. Should I hit the table when I do that? More. Nerdy says yes, because it means after a disaster, at least some life may survive. Julie says yes, biodiversity is important because ecosystems are interdependent. Both want healthy and right. Math Pig.
Manda's always right.
I should have asked her last, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Trying to get meaningful discussion out of all of you. Seraphim.
I'm going to say yes because reasons.
Yes, because reasons. Okay, Ike says, look at what happened to Yellowstone the very year they reintroduced wolves, or the health of the plains where bison was reintroduced. Excuse you. Badger?
Yes. Biodiversity is good stuff. Reintroduce beavers to the UK.
Do they not compete with badgers?
No. Beavers live in wet areas, with badgers generally live in drier areas because you can't fucking burrow like badgers like to in a fucking swamp.
But do we need... Okay, here's the question. Do we need as much biodiversity? We could get rid of some.
Are you saying we need to cut down on a lot of it?
Well, we could get rid of some.
No.
Such as?
I'll get rid of all the pigeons.
If you get rid of all the pigeons, then all the things that eat pigeons are fucked.
Yeah, they'll eat seagulls instead.
No, have you seen seagulls?
Fine, they'll eat robins instead.
Robins are tiny, and also there's not actually that many robins.
There'll be more though. There are not
in all the places that pigeons are at.
There'll be more robins. There'll be more robins. Say again?
the amount of pigeons as compared to robins is vastly different.
All right, okay. How about wiping out the starlings in the States?
That
Robins
would
and
be okay.
pigeons.
The starlings are fucking, interlopers.
Robins and pigeons are not comparable, Dave. Robins are territorial.
That sounds perfect.
Why are you? You know what?
Look what happened.
That's a horrible example.
Which
I
one?
feel like you're arguing just to be a dick right now.
Met him. Yeah.
I'm arguing to find a justification.
I gave you justification.
You justified why some is important. You have that's not why we couldn't get rid of some things that are a pain in the ass.
Okay, because it's very difficult to know what is interdependent on what else until it's gone and everything's fucked.
I mean, in the States right now, hello, is anything dependent upon starlings?
Probably not. I mean, I'm sure there are some things that eat them, but not fully dependent. That's because, originally that wasn't what was there. Plus, the starlings, when they came, fucked everything up because they populated so densely, so quickly.
Jeff says, look what happened to the red squirrels in the UK when we reintroduced the American grey squirrel. Excuse me. Julie says, not without the food web collapsing.
Thank you, Julie.
Joan says, what about all the seeds that are spread by pigeons? What about all the seeds that are spread by starlings? Ike says, feed the homeless with city pigeons.
That's horrible.
I mean, there are people that eat pigeons, but I wouldn't recommend eating them all the time.
Pigeon can be quite nice. I just wouldn't recommend the city ones.
Exactly. Like, there are people
They all
that
smoke.
raise pigeons for food, so...
Joan says, these questions are way too difficult for me to answer in English. I know what you mean. Joan, you do far better in English than any of us would do in Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak.
You also do better in English than a lot of other people do in English, too.
Can you justify biodiversity in Dutch?
I would, but I've vergeten most of the words. That's the only fucking Dutch word I can remember because I've forgotten the rest.
It was a nice effort.
Ike says, bird of prey will eat more of the other birds in the same size. No more North American great murmurations. Murmurations? Murmurations. I don't know that word.
Okay.
It's too early. Use smaller words. Speak slowly.
Yes.
I'm climbing out of my blanket.
Why?
I think it's safe.
I doubt it.
Think is the key word here.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.